The wall behind me is empty. I want it to look like this or like this. So I took some measurements, I went into Blender, and I made a first little preview. The top material is supposed to be out of acoustic foam, but for the LEDs and to mount it onto the wall, it needed some sort of foundational structure, which I planned to 3D print. To realize the LEDs, my first approach was to just buy a very long LED strip and twist it through the entire thing. But I quickly realized that no one sold LED strips of that length, and I would have to hide most of the LEDs on the strip to make it look organized, which sounded like a big waste. The cheapest and most professional looking option I could think of was to buy singular LED chips and wire them myself. And even though I had no earlier experience in wiring or controlling LEDs, I went ahead and bought LED chips and an ESP2866 off of Amazon. After doing some research on controlling LEDs, I chose WLED to run my ESP. I then took both to my workshop, and after playing around with them, I managed to get the basics of WLED and light up my first LED. I then went on to upgrade the foundational structure from the sketch you saw earlier to a fully refurbished and 3D printable model. This turned out to be a bit more complex than I thought, and it took a total of 18 hours to finish it. I streamed every step of this project live on Twitch, so if you want to help me on this or future projects, or you just want to chat and watch me, please follow me on Twitch. In the end, I made a total of 11 different kinds of support structures with male or female connectors. All have dedicated LED mounting spots and channels to hide all the wires. In the next step, I will have 2 of them 3D printed to test them as a prototype. I will have to check if I'm able to mount my LED chips onto them and if they are robust enough to function as support for the phone.